Most people believe that when something is wrong with their body, pain will warn them. But what if one of your most vital organs can fail quietly, without pain, without obvious symptoms, until it's almost too late? Your liver performs over 500 essential functions every single day. It filters toxins, balances hormones, stores energy, and keeps your blood clean. And yet, millions of people are walking around right now with a liver under severe stress, completely unaware. Here's the frightening part. Liver failure doesn't usually start with dramatic warning signs. It starts with small, silent changes that feel normal, harmless, or easy to ignore. Fatigue you blame on stress. Digestive issues you dismiss as diet. Subtle body signals that don't seem urgent, until they are. In this video, you're going to discover silent signs your liver may be struggling long before doctors usually catch it. Signs most people miss. Signs that could change how you look at your own body today. And as you listen, pay close attention, because one of these signs may already be happening to you. Why the liver fails silently. The liver is one of the most resilient organs in the human body. It doesn't complain easily. It doesn't send sharp pain signals the way the heart or stomach does. Instead, it adapts. It compensates. It works harder in silence. That's exactly what makes liver damage so dangerous. When the liver is under stress, from poor diet, alcohol, medications, toxins, chronic inflammation, or metabolic overload, it doesn't shut down right away. Healthy liver cells simply take on more work to cover for the damaged ones. From the outside, everything seems normal. This is why people can lose up to 70% of liver function and still feel mostly fine. No alarms. No emergencies. Just subtle shifts that blend into everyday life. You wake up more tired than usual. Your digestion feels off. Your skin looks dull. Your mood changes. But none of it feels serious enough to act on. Life is busy, stress is normal, aging explains everything, or so it seems. The problem is that the liver doesn't scream for help. It whispers. And modern life constantly pushes it to the limit. Processed foods, sugar, alcohol, environmental chemicals, over-the-counter painkillers, sleep deprivation. All of these quietly tax the liver day after day. By the time classic symptoms appear, like jaundice or severe pain, damage is often advanced. This is why understanding the early silent signals matters so much. These signs aren't dramatic. They don't send people to the emergency room. But they are the body's earliest attempts to communicate that something is wrong beneath the surface. As you go through the next signs, don't think in extremes. Don't ask yourself, is this happening all the time? Instead, ask a more honest question. Has this become normal for me? Because when it comes to liver health, what feels normal is often the biggest warning of all. Silent sign number 1. Constant fatigue that rest doesn't fix. Feeling tired is common. Feeling exhausted for no clear reason is not. One of the earliest silent signs of liver stress is persistent fatigue, the kind that doesn't improve with sleep, coffee, or a day off. You wake up tired. You push through the day. And by the evening, your energy is completely drained. This happens because the liver plays a central role in energy production and toxin removal. When it struggles, toxins stay longer in the bloodstream. The body redirects energy away from vitality and toward survival. The result is a deep, heavy tiredness that feels different from normal fatigue. It's not just physical. It affects motivation, mental clarity, and emotional drive. Many people blame this on stress, age, work, or lack of sleep. They normalize it. They adapt, and the sign gets ignored. But here's a question worth asking yourself. If nothing has changed in your routine, why has your energy disappeared? Pay attention to how often you feel worn out without a clear cause. Because when fatigue becomes your baseline, your liver may be working overtime behind the scenes, silently asking for relief. Silent sign number 2. Digestive discomfort after eating. Your digestion is one of the first systems affected when the liver is under stress, but the signs are rarely dramatic. After meals, you may notice bloating, gas, nausea, or a heavy, uncomfortable feeling in your stomach. Sometimes it feels like food just sits there. Other times, even small meals leave you feeling unwell. This happens because the liver produces bile, a substance essential for breaking down fats and absorbing nutrients. When bile flow becomes sluggish, digestion slows. Fats are processed poorly. The gut becomes irritated. Most people assume this is a food sensitivity, acid reflux, or simply eating too fast. They change meals, take antacids, or ignore it altogether. But here's the subtle warning. The discomfort isn't tied to one specific food. It happens inconsistently, and over time, it becomes normal. Your body is quietly telling you that digestion is no longer efficient, and the liver is often at the center of that imbalance. So ask yourself, do you feel uncomfortable after eating more often than you used to? If digestion no longer feels easy, your liver may already be struggling to keep up, even if everything else still seems fine. Silent sign number 3. Unexplained changes in skin and appearance. Your skin often reveals what your organs are trying to hide. One silent sign of liver stress is subtle changes in how your skin looks and feels. Changes that happen slowly, almost invisibly. Your skin may appear dull, dry, or unusually itchy. You might notice uneven tone, dark patches, or a yellowish hue that's easy to dismiss under certain lighting. This happens because the liver is responsible for filtering waste from the blood. When that process slows down, toxins can surface through the skin. Circulation shifts. Nutrient absorption declines. And the skin reflects that internal imbalance. Many people assume these changes are due to aging, dehydration, stress, or hormones. They try new skincare products, drink more water, or simply accept it. But the question isn't whether your skin looks bad. The question is whether it looks different than it used to. If your appearance has changed without a clear reason, and especially if itchiness appears without a rash, your liver may be struggling silently. Your body doesn't always use pain to communicate. Sometimes it uses reflection. Silent sign number 4. Mood changes and mental fog. When people think about liver problems, they think about the body, not the mind. But the liver and the brain are deeply connected. One silent and often overlooked sign of liver stress is changes in mood, focus, and mental clarity. You may feel more irritable than usual, more anxious, less patient, more emotionally reactive, or mentally slow. Thoughts feel foggy. Concentration becomes harder. Simple decisions feel heavier than they should. This happens because when the liver struggles to filter toxins properly, those toxins remain in circulation, and the brain is one of the first organs affected. Neurotransmitter balance shifts. Inflammation increases. Cognitive clarity drops. Most people blame this on stress, burnout, hormones, or life pressure. And sometimes that's true. But when emotional changes appear without clear emotional causes, it's often physiological, not psychological. Ask yourself this. Do you feel like your mind isn't as clear as it used to be? When your thoughts feel heavier, slower, or more chaotic than before, your liver may be under silent strain, and your nervous system is feeling the impact first. Silent sign number 5. Sudden sensitivity to alcohol or medications. One of the clearest silent warnings from the liver is a change in how your body reacts to substances it once handled easily. You may notice that small amounts of alcohol now make you feel unusually tired, nauseous, flushed, or mentally foggy. Medications, even common painkillers, may hit harder, last longer, or cause side effects you never had before. This happens because the liver is responsible for breaking down alcohol, drugs, and many chemicals that enter the body. When liver function declines, detoxification slows. Substances stay in your system longer. Their effects intensify. What makes this sign dangerous is how easily it's ignored. People assume they've lost tolerance with age. They think their body has simply changed. So they adjust, drinking less, avoiding certain meds, without asking why the reaction changed in the first place. But the real question is this: if the amount stayed the same, why did your reaction change? When your liver is overloaded, it stops buffering your body the way it used to. And increased sensitivity is one of the earliest ways it signals distress, quietly, before more serious damage appears. Silent sign number 6. Persistent bloating or abdominal pressure. Not pain, not sharp discomfort, just a constant sense that something feels off in your abdomen. One silent sign of liver stress is ongoing bloating, fullness, or pressure, especially in the upper right side of the abdomen, even when you haven't eaten much. This happens because a struggling liver can disrupt fluid balance, blood flow, and digestion. As liver function declines, circulation through the abdominal area becomes less efficient. The result is swelling, gas, or a heavy sensation that doesn't fully go away. Many people blame this on digestion, posture, weight gain, or hormonal changes. And because it isn't painful, it rarely triggers concern. But pay attention to this detail. The bloating isn't tied to specific meals. It's present even on good days. Your body is signaling internal congestion, a backup that you can feel but can't easily explain. So ask yourself, do you feel abdominal heaviness even when you shouldn't? When your core feels constantly uncomfortable without a clear cause, your liver may be struggling to manage circulation and detoxification, silently but consistently. Silent sign number 7. Changes in body odor or breath. This is one of the most uncomfortable signs to talk about, and one of the most telling. When the liver is functioning well, it neutralizes and eliminates toxins before they can circulate through the body. But when it's under strain, those toxins look for other exit routes. One silent sign of liver stress is unusual body odor or persistent bad breath, even with good hygiene. You may notice a stronger, slightly sweet, metallic, or ammonia-like smell in your breath or sweat. Deodorant doesn't seem to work as well. Brushing and mouthwash don't fully solve the problem. This isn't about cleanliness. It's about chemistry. When toxins aren't processed efficiently by the liver, they escape through the lungs and skin. The body is compensating, quietly rerouting waste elimination. Most people assume this is dental, dietary, or hormonal. They treat the symptom, not the source. But here's the question that matters. If your hygiene hasn't changed, why has the odor? When your body starts using alternative detox pathways, it's often because the liver is overloaded and asking for support in the only ways it can. Silent sign number 8. Unexplained weight changes or fat accumulation. Weight gain isn't always about calories. And weight loss isn't always a good sign. One silent indicator of liver dysfunction is unexpected changes in body weight or fat distribution, especially around the abdomen. The liver plays a critical role in regulating blood sugar, fat metabolism, and hormone balance. When it struggles, the body becomes less efficient at processing fats and carbohydrates. Excess energy is stored, often as visceral fat around the midsection, even if eating habits haven't changed. In other cases, appetite drops, muscle mass declines, weight slowly decreases without effort. This can happen when nutrient absorption becomes impaired. Most people blame metabolism, age, stress, or hormones. They change diets. They exercise more. But the pattern doesn't respond the way it used to. So ask yourself, has your body composition changed without a clear reason? When weight shifts despite stable habits, it's often a metabolic signal, and the liver is at the center of that imbalance. Silent sign number 9. Easy bruising or slow healing. Bruises appear, and you don't remember how they got there. One silent sign of declining liver function is bruising more easily than before or wounds that heal slower than they used to. The liver is responsible for producing proteins that help your blood clot properly. When liver function is compromised, clotting becomes less efficient. Small impacts that once meant nothing now leave visible marks. Minor cuts take longer to close. Because this happens gradually, it's rarely alarming. People assume they're just more clumsy, or that their skin is thinner with age. But the pattern matters. If bruises appear frequently, or healing feels unusually slow, it may be a sign that your liver is no longer producing what your body needs to repair itself efficiently. Ask yourself this: do small injuries seem to linger longer than they should? When the body struggles to heal itself, it's often because a deeper system is under strain, and the liver is one of the most critical. Silent sign number 10. Subtle yellowing of the eyes or skin. This is the sign most people associate with liver disease. Yet in its early stages, it's so subtle that almost everyone misses it. You're not looking for bright yellow skin. Instead, it appears quietly, a faint yellow tint in the whites of the eyes, a slightly warmer tone to the skin, or a color change that only shows under certain lighting. This happens when the liver can no longer process bilirubin efficiently. Bilirubin builds up in the blood and slowly begins to show on the surface of the body. Because it develops gradually, the brain adapts. The mirror doesn't feel alarming. Friends don't notice, and life continues. But this sign matters more than all the others combined. It means the liver is no longer compensating. It's falling behind. So here's the question that stays with you. If your body has been sending quiet signals for years, how many of them have you already learned to ignore? And how long do you think it will keep whispering before it stops asking altogether? Before you scroll away, take a moment. Out of all the signs you just heard, which one felt uncomfortably familiar? Was it the fatigue you've normalized? The digestion that hasn't felt right in years? The mental fog, the bloating, the changes you quietly accepted as normal? Leave a comment below and share which sign caught your attention, or if you noticed more than one. Your comment might help someone else recognize a warning they're still ignoring. And don't stop here. On your screen right now, YouTube is about to recommend another video from this channel. One that dives even deeper into hidden health signals most people never connect. Let it play. Because understanding your body isn't about fear. It's about awareness, before silence turns into damage.